Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday, January 18th, and we'll jump right into it because there's a bit of economic news releases that have been scheduled for today. Again, the more top-heavy ones will be tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, but we'll start off with the headline for the Producer Price Index, the PPI, for December. Back in October, we had a 0.3% increase. We expected to tame down a little bit in December, and basically it went to negative. So that's pretty good sign right there. But once you take out the volatility and the of the food and energy out of it, we had 0.1% back in November, and figured it would be the same, and it actually went up a little bit to 0.3%. So that percentage were actually multi-unit. So basically getting ready for those who are going to be renting versus buying housing. So watch those numbers carefully as well. All right, so let's go over and take a look here at the headline news and see what we got going on over there. The headline news basically the stock market's up a little bit today. I think we're up around 50 points on the Dow. So, and then most of it's really no news in Europe. So basically, what we're looking at is earnings reports that are coming out, how it's affecting the interest rates. As you can see, yesterday we were up most of the day, and the last moment we actually dropped about 9 basis points. We dropped, so and then today we went up about 3 basis points, and now we're currently about 6 basis points down. So, figuring that where we